All right, everyone, welcome to New Hampshire in April. It's a gorgeous day out here, so we're going to take the opportunity to take another step in the right direction for our main slide. As many of you know, that we have had issues with the main slide and leaking. So we will be replacing the topper on it today with a longer one to continue to protect our investment. So let's get started.
So we spoke to Carefree of Colorado, and they suggested we go from 161 inches to 165 inches because our slide room is 161 inches. So let's see what's in the tube. So it's out of the box. It was very well sealed.
Yeah, they do ship them very well. A topper will pool. It's just something that happens with them. And as it pools, it curves. And the more water that gets on it, well, it curves, it's not going out the front, it starts pooling off the side. Now notice how the water is coming off the side from pooling on the original topper, and it's hitting the edge of the slide room. That's because the slide room and the topper are the exact same size. The water's hitting there, some goes onto the roof, but the rest pours down the side, which gave us our original problem of the floor being rotted. It comes down, hits the bottom, and defies gravity. Now the water ended up working through that material. Not only did it rot the floor, but it made a tunnel basically right to the inside of the RV and leaked in there too. So we're hoping a larger topper is going to eliminate the problem.
So babe, what are you doing?
I'm gonna start taking this off, but we thought we would take a moment to let those of you who have one of these know how to clean them out. I mean, when this is out, all the leaves and everything go in here and it rolls up, and if you don't see them, this is the cover that will flip up. The way that you do it, 3/16 inch Allen wrench. You're gonna see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a total of 5 screws here. You want the outermost bottom one, and you want the very top one. This one you're gonna take all the way out. And the top one, take it out about 5 or 6, 7 turns, somewhere around there. The same thing here. The outermost on the bottom. And then the very top, again, 6, 7 turns. Now, depending on the length of yours, you could have a center lock, which we have. So I'll show you how that slides off. All right, now please don't mind Maggie. She just came through winter. We still has to be washed. Now that lock's right here, it's spring loaded. I'm just using the Allen wrench, pushing it to one side, and lifting up. Oh, it's pretty clean. But as you can see, that you'd be able to clean under here if you had a bunch of stuff caught in here. We're actually looking pretty good. Now next, we're gonna take the cover right off. So let's get that done. Next step in removing, to get the cover off, the top screw that we only took out 6 or 7 turns, you're gonna take that out the rest of the way on both sides. That will release the cover. Now normally Cheryl and I would be doing this together, one on each side, but somebody's gotta run the camera. There, it's removed. Very, very careful near your RV. Now this hole right here on the right-hand side of the topper is very, very important because the roll is spring-loaded. I'm gonna put a cotter pin in there to keep the spring tension in here. If you don't put it in there, you're gonna lose all the tension. So I just use a 3-inch cotter pin. Now if you stick it in, it's not gonna go anywhere. You need to play with it. So you just turn it. By the way, we did let the awning out a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier. And there, can you see it came through down here?
Yep.
All right, so what I'm gonna do then is, because once we take this off, I don't want this to move. So just bend it up. All right, now we're gonna take it out. We did let the slide out a little bit for this next step. We have one more bolt left. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pull this out. Cheryl's gonna push down there, or vice versa, and we're gonna lift this right out. Cheryl and I have done this before. It is not a difficult job, but know your limitations. So you're seeing what we're doing, it's your responsibility. So I'm gonna take this one out now. That's just our disclaimer. All right, now Cheryl's gonna pull her side out, and then I'm going to push forward to her. Ready? Okay. Now we're gonna unravel it a little and just lay it right on the roof.
Ta-da!
The roll is out.
Our next step is to remove these nuts. There's 6 of them, 2 for each bracket going down.
Again, depending on the length of your topper, you may not have this middle section. Also, we did not increase the length of our topper by that much, so we'll be able to use the original mountings that are already screwed into the RV, because last thing an RV needs is more holes.
Yes.
Now we're just going to lift up, pull away,
There it is.
and take it down. And these are the mounting brackets. There's 3 of them for our particular size. We did not need them, again, but they do come with it. If your slide out does not already have a topper on, then chances are you will need to use these brackets that come with it. There are 5 holes. That tab's not used. What you would do is you would have to drill these holes into your RV. Now, you'd put butyl tape across the back here or some kind of sealant. Cheryl and I would do both, just to be sure. And then it's mounted on the RV according to the manufacturer's specifications for where on the slide to mount it. Now, if you notice, there's a lip here and there's a lip here. On the topper itself, there's a lip here and there's a lip here. Can you guess what's going to happen when it mounts? That's how it mounts. That's how it holds on so it doesn't go anywhere. The other thing you would have to do is you'll have to drill 2 holes through here, 1/8-inch holes, so that when it's mounted wherever it goes, you can see this is where the old one was. Those are those screws that I took out. So when it's mounted on it, you're gonna screw right back down. You need the hole in the bottom for the screw to start going through, the self-tapping screw. But that's what stops the topper from sliding across here. Just make sure when you put it on your slide out, you center this on the mounting brackets before you put the screws in.
So that's what it looks like from underneath. Put a little wax up there, just to say we did.
What we're going to do now is we're going to take it out of there and put the housing up where we took the old housing off. So we're probably going to have to disconnect the roll from in there too. So let's see what we have to do. In case you need an awning rail too. Came with one.
Cool.
We will not be using it.
Now we have to disassemble this one, just as we did with the one on the RV.
Now, start using the 3/16. Got a ratchet. These seem a little bit longer. All right. Yeah, okay.
So this comes prepared with the safety pin. So we don't have to worry about that. It's all snug and tight.
All right, now we need to disconnect the roll from the housing. So, again, 3/16. Shift it forward. There you go.
You didn't even need me.
It's that simple. I'm just curious how heavy this is. We do have our son coming to help us put this one in, but oh, there's a piece of cake. So we don't have to worry about that, especially if it's been in the heat. Okay, so we're gonna do first. We're gonna mount that up, and we're gonna take the old topper off, the fabric, put the new fabric on, put it back together. Call it a day. Oh, shit. Oh, like that. That missed the bottom. I'm on. You on?
Yeah.
Let me just check the sun and make sure it's on. It's all in, it's all lined.
And it's all lined up, sitting on the bracket.
Now, if we had to remount the brackets, you'd have to drill 2 holes through the bottom bracket. But our holes are already there, so we're just going to use the original ones that we took out. All right, now we're done. It's just going to stop it from going side to side. That would stink going down the road.
So now we need to take the material off. So we need to remove the screws at each end, and hopefully it'll slide right out. So Chuck created,
Well, I didn't create it.
made
I put a 2x10 between 2 ladders, and I was just able to walk right along. And that's how we intend to go right back on with the new one too.
Yep,
We gotta clean this up a little though.
It's off. We're just going to clean it a little bit, fill in the old screw holes, and get going.
Went right through.
So Chuck is going to put some silicone in the beginning part of the rail, just to make it go a little bit smoother. Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the topper into the housing. So Derek, lift. You want to make sure it's as tight as you can get it. To me, Derek. Okay, drop yours down. All right, you want to watch where your cotter pin is, because if it's underneath, you won't be able to get it, or anywhere behind here. So just play with your slide a little bit. Move it in and out. We actually lucked out where it's right there. So you're going to bolt in that side and then take the cotter pin out and do a test run. All right, we're going to remove the cotter pin and see how we did. And this looks a heck of a lot better than the one that was on here.
Yeah, no kidding.
And how do these lines look on the edge too, Doof?
They look good.
They look nice and straight lines?
Mm-hmm.
Michelle's gonna screw in the screw now. Put some sealant down there. Fill the hole first. Okay. All right.
Smear it. I'm gonna put a little bit more on top of it.
Great, you hit the new topper.
Now we're putting the cover on.
Just the flip part. All right, the last thing we need to do is pull it down, lock it in with this, and then put the 2 screws in. Now, this here, it's on a spring, it's gonna lock into here. There is a hole right in here. So, bring it down, pull it back, lock it in. Yeah, that's what's gonna keep that down. Now, I'm just gonna tighten the 2 screws on the end, and we'll be done.
And there's a nice tight awning topper. So let's go see how much it's going to cover. So now you can see we've got at least 1.5 to 2 inches beyond the wall of the RV slide out.
All right, everyone, that's how Cheryl and I change out a complete topper system on a slide out. It's really not that difficult to do, but again, know your limits. And I can see something I never saw before. If I look up, I can actually see the topper. I could never see that before on either side. And it sticks out at least 2 inches on both sides now. So hopefully that will put the final nail in the leak coffin. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So, you got anything you want to say, babe?
Nope, I'm happy.
All right then, so if you liked this video and you learned something, we'd appreciate that thumbs up as always. You want to join the Grow and Get Gone With Us gang? Right down there in the corner, good, click it, good. We'll wait. Feel free to comment or ask questions down below, and feel free to share this video with anybody who you think might get some use out of it. Because until we do another video, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Cheryl.
We're Get Gone With Us.
Bye.
Oh, stupid.
That was funny.